I speak to a lot of entrepreneurs and investors and people from the media as well because of the podcast. I do feel that media has hyped the role of an entrepreneur or an operator. And I think what we keep forgetting is that it's also a career. How do you think about building a career as an entrepreneur?
Which the way people think about, when I say people, again, I'm generalizing, obviously, won't be universally. So the way a lot of us think about entrepreneurship as it's like a surgical strike. So you go and do something for 5 years, build something, and then exit and come back, and then you go and do the next thing. Nothing, absolutely nothing wrong with it. It's a fantastic model if that's what works for you. Very rarely do people think of, okay, I'll build this company, and then I'll hold my equity or whatever forever, or I'll be less involved operationally, but I'm going to be part of it for like indefinitely of a very long time. Now, when you are thinking more in terms of, okay, I go in for 5 years, build something, extract some value, get out and then do the next thing, then from a career point of view, it's less about building something sustainable or whatever. I mean, of course, it doesn't hurt, but your main priority is going to be on exit. So even when you look at an opportunity, you're going to be like, okay, can I get this to a certain scale quickly? Can I get out quickly? So quickly is going to be the operative word there. If you can get to an exit, then really it doesn't matter. Does it sustain? Does it become big? Like, will it be a market leader? None of those questions are really relevant. And I think a lot of entrepreneurs fall in that bucket. And some people want to build something sustainable. I would say I'm sort of on the margin. I want to build a business. Will I hold it forever? I don't know. I very well could if things make sense. But one thing I'm very clear, Pritish, is that I don't want to ever exit a business and then see it collapse in 6 months or 12 months and then say, oh, you know what, that guy didn't handle it well. Right? So it should not be hit and run. So it has to be sustainable. At least that's something that I feel strongly about. So if anybody is looking from a career point of view, I would say think of like which of those two buckets do you belong to? If it is a former, the thing to really worry about or think about is that if you go in for 3 years or 5 years, could you get stuck for 10 years? And could you get stuck in something which doesn't really scale up? Something happens, but it doesn't take off as per expectation. So I think those are the things that one has to worry more. But if you want to build something sustainable, then think of it more like, okay, you're going to own this company forever. Also, what it does is, again, depending on whether you take external investment and how the investors are, etc. If those things again are aligned, then it can be less stress-free. You can take a little bit more time to figure things out. And very importantly, in that case, product market fit and getting a product which people really love and they want to pay for, I think that becomes very, very critical. My personal belief is that, again, I'm sure many people will disagree, is that a lot of companies in the startup space in India have scaled up, but they don't have product market fit. And the reason I say it is if a company has product market fit, then even if you're not profitable at the overall level, the unit economics should work. But in many cases, it's very questionable. Again, I'm not making a judgment. All I'm saying is those are very difficult situations. So if you're in that situation and that cannot be that cannot sustain for the long term. So from career point of view, I would say if you want to stick to one company, make sure you get a product market fit. By the way, we are still, some products we have, I think they have certain level of product market fit, but we are figuring stuff out. So we haven't solved it fully. I'm totally aware of it. So the scaling has to come after you have figured that out, at least any kind of inorganic scaling. So that is my take. If you think about entrepreneurship from a point of view of career, not just as a gamble.